Protecting your assets, staying private, and building real wealth are obviously important goals, especially if you're a business owner or a high-income professional. But there is a dangerous idea floating around online right now. The belief that you should put absolutely everything into a trust. That includes your LLCs, your retirement accounts, and even your annuities. I want to be very clear. Putting everything into a trust or naming a trust as a beneficiary on the wrong assets can quietly create massive tax problems for the people you're trying to protect, especially since the rules changed with the Secure Act. Hi, my name is John Rojas. I'm a wealth manager. On this channel, we break down complex wealth and tax strategies so you can make informed decisions, not expensive mistakes. Today, I want to slow this conversation down because the internet has turned trust planning into sound bites, and this is very dangerous. Here's how this usually starts. Someone goes to a seminar or watches a few videos. They hear phrases like fly under the radar, avoid probate, protect everything. Naturally, the takeaway becomes, I'll just put everything I own into a trust. But here's the problem with that logic. A trust, it's not a tax shelter. It does not override IRS rules. In fact, a trust can actually accelerate your taxes if it's layered into the wrong assets. This is where the Secure Act 2.0 changed the game. Before this legislation, many people assumed their kids could stretch inherited retirement accounts over their lifetime, and unfortunately, that option largely gone. Today, most non-spouse beneficiaries do not get a lifetime stretch, and often they don't even get a clean 10-year stretch. In many employer plans, the plan sponsor won't allow the flexibility that the IRS has technically permitted. Now, here's where it all goes wrong and people get hurt. They name a trust as their beneficiary, thinking it adds protection, but in reality, it removes options. Let me explain what this actually looks like in real practice. A parent names a trust as the beneficiary of their IRA or their annuities because they think they're being responsible. However, after death, when that trust receives that income, it hits compressed tax brackets. This means income that could have been spread out is now getting taxed faster at much higher rates. Instead of helping their kids, this structure forced tax acceleration. The problem gets worse with annuities. Annuities already have very specific tax rules. Non-qualified annuities don't get capital gains step-up tax treatment, and qualified annuities inside IRAs are fully taxable. When you layer a trust on top of that, you suddenly lose three things: income flexibility, beneficiary control, and tax efficiency. This is one of the most common and costly mistakes I see. People think they're protecting assets, but what they actually did was create a future tax bill their family wasn't prepared for. Now let me be clear. I'm not anti-trust. I am anti-blind trust planning. Trusts absolutely have a place. They work very, very well with real estate, business interests, and non-retirement investment accounts. These are assets where control and privacy matter. But retirement accounts and annuities are different. They already come with their own tax system, and trust does not automatically improve that system. Look, real wealth planning happens in phases. Trust should only come after you understand the income taxation and beneficiary consequences. If this raised questions for you, drop them in the comments below. I do read them. And if your situation is specific, involving annuities or complex retirement accounts, use the link below, book an intro call. Let's look at your actual structure rather than relying on generic advice from the internet. The goal isn't just to protect the assets. The goal is to transfer them cleanly, intentionally, and most tax efficient manner possible. If this was helpful, make sure you like and subscribe so you're notified when I release another video. I'll see you next week and have a great week.